This is Digital Daily for the 21st of June 2012, and this is a Stitcher
get
in
digital,
time.
digital. I want to get digital. Can you hear my laptop duck?
My mind is still fogged. Last night, I was unfortunate enough to get tickets for Rock of Ages, Alec Baldwin, Tom Cruise, Russell Brand, and the biggest car crash I have ever experienced in my life. Car crash, of course, being a metaphor for a disastrous film that you should avoid unless you want to cross Greece with Mamma Mia and end up sobbing, realising that even on an Orange Wednesday day, it costs £8.80 for 2 tickets at the local View Cinema. I felt like my mind had been sabotaged and all of my body had been whipped up into a frenzy in a washing machine and then dissected using Vanessa Feltz's right digit. I cannot tell you. Please don't go and see it. The most distressing point for me was Baldwin and Brand in some sort of amorous embrace. It was disgusting, despicable, despairing, and Rock of Ages will be available, I'm sure, on torrents soon. Please, for the love of Christ, don't waste your money. Now, A Stitcher in Time was the name of this show, and that is because I yesterday reacquainted myself with a frankly phenomenal application for smartphones everywhere that I have a bet will really genuinely revolutionise radio into the future. I predicted that podcasting would do this. I've had evidence corroborating that fact over at Blog World Expo just a couple of weeks ago in New York City, where I was asked to present, but I chose not to because I didn't. And now, the latest iteration of Stitcher, version 2.12.2, if you're interested, or at least that's what it says on my HTC Desire phone, which is a very old phone, not quite the one that you see on that program where he goes, "Hello!" But nevertheless, antiquated. Stitcher SmartRadio now includes a feature that is unbelievable. It's called Smart Station, and it's symbolic of our times, because what it does is it pulls in all of the recommendations, your listening habits, the thumbs up, thumbs down interface that is used on every podcast and indeed every live station that you listen to, and how you share this stuff from within Stitcher Smart Radio to create a discovery channel of stuff that you may never have heard before. But it's bringing it in. It's giving your mind this new audio candy. I'm really excited about this. There's 2 things that I need you to do. I need you to start a podcast about your business, about your niche, about your category, with your customers, with your employees, with your suppliers, with your influencers within your sector. I need you to get that out there. I need you to start putting that out fortnightly. Let's be realistic now, just 15 minutes every 2 weeks. And then I need you to register at Stitcher to get this going, because believe me when I say this, I think that this is going to change the way that people consume radio. Stitcher.com/content providers.php is where you go to register your podcast with its all-important RSS feed and bits and pieces like that. But let me explain it. So Stitcher beforehand would allow you to create your own channels. So there's a favourite channel which you can throw everything into, and you can create custom channels which may be category specific. So I've got one all about food because I'm a hungry hippo. Not like the real hungry hippos. I'm significantly larger and I've got a bigger nous. But what Smart Station does is it takes it a little bit further. So it aggregates the content that you've already given the thumbs up. A bit like Pandora, when you've got that thumbs up thing going on. Or TiVo, even back in the day. Oh, remember TiVo? Beautiful thing. God bless Virgin for resurrecting it. Using that social recommendation element as well. So you can Facebook or Twitter or email any of these podcasts to anybody else. I think that's really, really strong way of demonstrating your faith in one of these shows. So the Smart Station effectively aggregates all of the influences that you are embracing positively within the Smart Radio application. And then it delivers this totally personalized, totally tailored, totally customized listening experience. What I like about Stitcher already is that in your channels that you create, whether it's the favorites or the category-specific custom channels, you can go in and edit these things and move up the list which shows you want to listen to while you've got time available to listen. And it tells you how long each of the episodes are, so that you can be fairly confident that if you've got an hour-long commute, you might want to put a couple of the shorter shows in rather than just listen to one big kahuna. And I just feel that with more and more integration that's happening right now of internet services in cars, with data plans being very generous, well, I know with Stitcher you can download stuff in advance, which is useful to know, so you can use your home Wi-Fi network to dribble in the data and then listen to it at your leisure. With the way that we're being very choosy about the information that we take on board, but equally the fact that we're obsessed with knowing what our friends are doing and what they're listening to and what's going on out there in the world, I think this is great. Stitcher has another feature that is wonderful. It has on your front page has a news icon that you can click on, and you can listen to the top stories of the day. You can also see the shows that are making the news. So if you're interested in stuff that's going on, it might be that you want to just grab the latest podcast that you've never heard of before in a quick hit without having to wait for Smart Station. I have to say, Smart Station does take some learning. It won't kick in straight away. You have to really play with the Stitcher Smart Radio application first for it to sense the sort of stuff that you like. Just waving at a little sparrow there, sat on the hedge outside my window. It's just run off now. Typical woman. And yeah, I just think this is great. Oh, you can listen to live radio as well, and this is what makes it, I think, compelling, is that it is a one-stop interface. Live radio seems to be exclusively US right now, although you can download podcasts created by radio stations across the world, obviously, because they are just podcasts. They don't have a geographical impetus. Right, so that is Stitcher Smart Radio. I suggest that you go and download it now, have a play with it. The latest version with Stitcher Smart Station is there, and just really embrace it, because I think this is going to be the future of radio. And the best thing about it is independent publishers are all welcome to submit their content, so get over to that link that I mentioned to you before, which is stitcher.com/contentproviders.php. I will have that in the show notes. Okay, that's the serious stuff out of the way for now. I have got my swarthy story of the day is Pussyweight Boxing from Chrysler's newsreel archives. 75 years ago, Chrysler, the titan of the automotive industry, put out a series of animal-related videos and showed to the public that for 2 bunches of catnip and half a pound of liver, you can effectively go and watch pugilistic cats, which is great. There's only 2 caveats. The front row is reserved for adorable doggies, and it was in black and white, so if you can see in colour, you might feel a little bit stepped back in time. But what a show! I mean, Lock, Stock and 2 Smoking Barrels would really get into this. I think it's amazing. Pussyweight Boxing, link on the show notes. And just a couple of things to wrap things up. Buffer, which lets you share on a schedule defined by Buffer relating to the past popularity of your content. If that wasn't a confusing description, then please let me know at davethackeray.com or Dave Thackeray on Twitter. Buffer launched the Awesome Plan today, which gives you unlimited posts across 12 social profiles and now lets you spread the work across 2 team members of your one account. Presently, you can send 50 tweets or Facebook updates or LinkedIn status changes a day over 3 accounts. So it is a very, very big change, and it costs $10 a month to go to the awesome plan. So you might be interested in that. And finally, I'm reading right now a book called Digital Leader by a chap called Eric Qualman. You might remember Eric from the days of Socialnomics. In fact, I think we're due a refresh around about now. He tends to put these things out every year. A fabulous book with an accompanying video that shows you how the popularity of social is in the ascendant and continues to be forever so. Very interesting stuff. And I'm sure his video has been used on dozens, if not hundreds and thousands of presentations worldwide as people start to realise that, this really is business for us. So go and check out Digital Leader. It's kind of a book that tells you about the essential elements of today's business owner who is striving for success into the future, who harnesses digital as one of their key assets. I think everybody should read this because it does almost feel like a playbook. And it's obviously no match for Sharing Superheroes that is coming out very soon. You probably are aware by now, I might have mentioned it yesterday, that Marketing as Your Customers Like It is available on Amazon. And it's soon to be followed by Sharing Superheroes, which was previously available to some of my Founders Circle of newsletter subscribers, but isn't anymore. So you'd be able to buy it for about $3.99 or say £2.75 in the days to come. Very excited about that. Anyway, I think I've overstayed my welcome, folks. We are on around about the 11 minutes 50 mark, but I was ecstatic to see the great strides forward that Stitcher have made with Smart Radio. It is now effectively the Smart Radio for the smart people. And if you go to the gym or you just got some downtime, you're traveling to work, you're doing some work in the kitchen, you're ironing, you're hoovering, or you're tickling the cat and you're just finding yourself getting a bit bored about it, I think you should throw this on your smartphone. I think you should throw your content into Stitcher, and I think you're going to start finding some serious traffic coming your way from that. This has been Digital Daily for the 21st of June 2012. It's 8 a.m. I'm an hour late. I humbly apologise. I'll make it up to you tomorrow, but we are cruising slowly to the weekend, and I want you to have a great day. Signing off, Dave Thackeray. He at davethackray.com and at Dave Thackeray on Twitter. Take it away, Kay.
Tweet Dave with your digital insights at Dave Thackeray or email him at he@davethackeray.com.